Hello guys, this is Jatin here and welcome back to my channel again. So today I'll be talking about those four big mistakes that a person should never ever do in Canada, or if they are planning to come to Canada, they should be mentally prepared of these four things, right? Because these four things can be one of the reason of your unsuccessful career in Canada, not only in Canada but unsuccessful career in your life, right? Whatever I'm gonna say, so I'll be saying from what I have seen so far, the kind of people I've met, and what kind of experience I have with all those four things, right? Now, talking about when we talk about big mistakes, I am not going to talk about that. You should spend your money wisely. You should not spend money here and there or waste your money, or maybe you should get a job as soon as possible to manage your finances and everything. I am not going to talk about all these things. I'm going to talk about four those things which I think probably nobody might have talked about that. But okay, so let's do one thing. Let's just start. The first thing is the first big mistake I have seen people making is giving your life control to somebody else, right? Now, when you come to Canada, you do not come to Canada to be a dependent person on somebody, or to, to not to make your own decisions. You come to Canada so that you can experience an independent life. You can understand the value of life, and probably you can be successful independently, right? Without taking advantage of somebody or anything, right? With your own hard work and everything. Now, when I talk about giving your life control to somebody else, what do I mean by that is that you are taking somebody's opinions, you are taking somebody's thinking to make your own decisions, right? You are not making your independent decisions. You are always consulting somebody, you're always asking somebody about how to do things, about how to make decisions, what to do next, what not to do next, right? Now, see guys, nothing wrong with that, nothing wrong with that, to take somebody's opinions and decisions, but always make sure that the person you are asking, or the person you are considering opinions and everything, right? Do you really want to be the person in future, or do you want to have that lifestyle that the person has, who is giving you opinions, who is imposing his decisions on you, right? And if your answer is no, that you do not want to, that you don't want to live like that person, or that person do not have that lifestyle that you want to have, my recommendation would be that do not listen to that person, because that person is not qualified enough to guide you, right? Especially what happens is, when we are new to Canada, right? We have some of our relatives here, some of our friends, some of our known people who are here maybe since like 2 3 4 or maybe more than that years, right? So we always go to them, we ask them their opinions, because we feel like that they have a great experience in Canada and they can guide us better. But that is just an illusion, right? That is not true. Their experience and our experience can be completely different. There's no match, right? Now, the people I already knew when I was not in Canada, right? Now, their experience was completely different, and my experience is completely different. I am going through situations maybe completely different than they went through, right? I have a completely different lifestyle than they have, right? I have completely different association than they have. So it doesn't make any sense for me to ask somebody that what should I do, what should be my next step, right? I am an independent person. I am 18 plus, right? And if you're 18 plus and you're not making your own decisions, reconsider your age right? I'm just joking. But yes, you do not consider somebody's opinion or decision, right? It is same as like you want to be a lawyer, and you are going to doctor and asking that how to be a lawyer. Doctor cannot guide you how to be a lawyer. And the same as, right, you want to be a doctor and you are going to a lawyer that how to be a doctor, right? So just one thing, always consider that the person you are taking advice is, doesn't matter your relative, your friend, whosoever is that, does that person has that lifestyle, does that person has that success, or does that person has that things that you want to have in your life? If not, I do not consider their opinions, I do not consider their views. I use my own intellectual thinking, I use my own critical thinking, and I make my own decision. And if yes, if somebody is there who already have that I want to have in my life, I do consider their opinions. I do consider what they are saying, because they're already there where I want to be. Simple as that. Second right? Big mistake which I've seen people making is making a wrong association. Now, when I talk about wrong association, it does not only mean that the people who are, who smokes, who drinks, who go to clubs and everything, who just loiter here and there and doing nothing, right? This is, yes, this is a wrong association, but wrong association is not limited to this only. For me, the wrong association is when people around you are not contributing in your life and are not contributing in your success, right? For me, that association is a wrong association too, right? I would rather prefer to live around people who are adding value into me, who are giving me a proper mindset, and who are already there where I want to be, also who are helping me to reach where I want to be. Simple, right? Now, when we come to Canada, right? When I came to Canada, the one thing which we found is that, okay, the people I know, maybe I would prefer to live with them, that people who are from my who I know, like from back home, who are my colleagues, or maybe who are my classmates in college, right? This is what I used to think, and I considered, like, very shortly, that this is the wrong way of thinking, right? Even though you are living independently, you are living alone, but you have a majority of your conversations are happening with the people who are already there where you want to be, who are already successful in their life, rather than your peer groups, or rather than your colleagues or friends or relatives. That is the right association, right? Because you are going in a right direction, you are going somewhere where you want to be, rather than you are just hanging around with people who are just going to factories. I mean, nothing wrong with the factory jobs, but still, you don't want to live your whole life working in factories, right? You want to do something big. This is the reason you are going to leave your country and going to come to Canada, right? You're going to leave your parents, you're going to leave your family, brother, sister, relatives, friends, and everybody. Why? Just to live an extraordinary life, right? Just to live above average life. And to live an above average life, if you are hanging around with average people, I don't think so that you can live an above average life, right? Because I think you might have heard about the saying that you tell me the income of your 5 friends and I will tell you your income, right? So make sure you are hanging around with the quality people, and you are making your life a quality life. Right now, how do you find those quality people? That's your hustle, right? You have to find those people who can add value into your life, who are going somewhere in their life, right? Who are not just living average life like majority of the people, who are doing something extra, who are who you see, whenever you meet anybody, you can feel that sense that this person is a kind of different, this person has another level of confidence, this person is doing something different, this person is thinking outside of the box or anything. Just hang around with them, right? Rather than just hanging around with the people you just know or everything. Just come out of that illusion and hang around with a valuable and a quality people. Now, third mistake which people do is, which I have personally seen people doing, is that they are ignoring opportunities, right? See, we have heard this line a lot of time, that Canada is a land of opportunities, and yes, that is true. Canada is a land of opportunities, but the whole question is that, are we able to recognize those opportunities? And if we are able to recognize those opportunities, are we really willing to put that hard work and put that efforts to make those opportunities work for us? and to get something out of those opportunities, right? Because I have seen many people, one thing, they do not recognize the opportunities because they are so busy in working, like 9 to 5 maybe, going to factory works, working day, then working night shifts, that they do not have time to look something outside of that. They are just, they are just in a cage of working, studying. Once the study is over, then just working, that's it, nothing else, right? They don't have even time to see the other opportunities in their life. I have seen those people, right? And another is who recognize the opportunities, who can see the opportunities, but they are not willing to put their efforts, put their hard work, to get something out of that opportunities. Because now it can be because of several reasons. Maybe, as I talked about, maybe they are considering somebody's opinions about the opportunity. Maybe, they are confused between their own mind, they are confused between, with their own opinions about the opportunity, right? And they are confused, see, if one mind is creating that confusion, that same mind cannot get its solution, right? Now you cannot be right always, so you got to use somebody's mind, to recognize those opportunity and to work towards it. Okay. um, and another, right, when I talk about opinions, so that comes with our Indian mentality, right? Now, Indian mentality means that, we sometimes compare the things the way we used to do things in India, right? And we used to, think that, okay, I will do that thing, like, the same thing in the same way as I used to do in India. That is not gonna happen, because sometimes we forget that we are not in India, we are in Canada, right? Indian things do not apply here. Indian mentality, the way we used to do the things in India, it does not apply here. We have to find a different way. We have to find a different association, right? So do not ever ignore opportunities. The another reason people ignore opportunities, that they wait for the right time. Now, waiting for the right time means, let's say they recognize the opportunity. Okay, this is the opportunity. If I and they already know that if I put my hard work in it, I can be one of the successful person, right? But still they ignore it because they are like, oh, let me finish my studies first, then I'll think about it. The moment they finish their studies, then their question is, okay, how about my work permit? Let me get my work permit, and then I'll think about it. Then, okay, let me get my PR, then I'll think about it, right? Because this is not the right time for me. Maybe student time is not the right time for me. Work permit time is not the right time for me. See, guys, there is never a perfect time, right? You cannot wait for all the lights to be green when you are leaving your house. You leave your house any which way, right? And then you follow the traffic lights. If there's a red light, you stop. If there's a green light, you move on, right? There is never ever gonna be a perfect time in your life. So it is you who has to take initiative, who has to go that extra mile, to make things works for you, right? If Because otherwise, if everything would be done on a green light, then every person must be a millionaire, every person must be a successful. But no, because it actually takes courage and guts, to do something outside of your box, and to do something which requires extra hard work that majority of the people are not putting in, right? So do not ever ignore opportunities, because one opportunity can actually change your life in Canada. Just one opportunity, right? But it's up to you that you recognize the opportunity. And if you recognize the opportunity, do you have the guts or courage to put that hard work in the opportunity, to make best out of that? Now, the fourth thing, which is very important, that people sometimes ignore, and people uh, make a mistake of relying on a job income only. Now, doesn't matter you have 3 jobs, 4 jobs, 5 jobs, but if you are just relying on a job income, this is one of the biggest mistake you ever do, according to me, right? Because see, if what if you're fired off from a job. Let's say you're doing 2 jobs, and maybe in future something big happen, like maybe bigger than a COVID, or something happen, right? and you got laid off from both of your jobs. How are you going to manage your finances, right? Let's say if your family is here, how are you going to feed them? You have a house on mortgage, you have a car on insurances, how are you going to pay the bills, right? And relying on a job income is same as, right, you are just getting up in the morning, getting ready for a boss, coming back to the house and sleeping, then again same routine, then again same routine, then again same routine. There is no enjoyment, right? You are not gonna, you don't want to spend your whole life just working and working, and you do not have time to spend with yours, to to spend time with your family, friends, and to enjoy the life, right? So do not just rely on a job income, do something extra, right? I would say that. And see, now when it comes to do something extra, it is about finding opportunities. And as I talked about, when you find opportunities, do not wait for the right time. There is never going to be a right time, right? You have to take the initiative in whatever circumstance you are, and make that thing right for you. See, first you take a decision and then make the decision right. Simple. Okay, so do not just rely on a job income, because I'll just give you one example. Let's say uh, something happens to you, right? Maybe you are not healthy, maybe you are not feeling well, maybe you have a fever or something, and you are not able to go to a job for like 1 month. How's your finances going to look like after that 1 month? Your bank account is going to be zero, or your bank account will be stable, because you have done something outside of the job when you didn't need that, but now you need that. And this is the reason you are not worried about your finances, you are not worried about your job, you are not worried about your boss, right? That if the boss is going to fire you or not, because you have generated something extra, you have generated a kind of another income which does not dependent on your job or on your working hours. You are not trading your hours for money. Okay, so make sure that you are taking care of all these things. Still, I mean, you are not obliged to follow these things, but this is what I feel, and this is what my experience has been so far. This is the kind of people I have seen making these mistakes, and these people are, they are not going anywhere in their life, right? Even if I have seen people who are working 2 jobs, maybe 3 jobs, right, working in a day then working in night, but these people, they don't have savings, they don't have time, they don't have savings, right? So I mean, doesn't make sense to me for working rest of my life and still not having savings, still not have time to enjoy with my friends and families, right? So do not give control of your life to somebody else. Maybe it's your relatives, friends, or anybody. Do not keep that control in your hand, because I read it somewhere that the person you listen to controls your whole life, right? So make sure that you are very very aware, or you are very very conscious that who you are listening to, right? And associate with the like-minded people, associate with the people who are already successful, or who are already on a way to where you want to be, right? If you want to be just be average person, follow the average person, right? And if you want to be something big in their life, follow the people who are successful in their life, right? Just hang around with them majority of the time, right? And third is, never ever miss opportunities. One opportunity can change your whole life in Canada. Okay. And fourth big is that do not just rely on a job income. Hope this video makes sense, and maybe this video can be beneficial for you guys. And if you have any queries about anything, if you have any questions, feel free to message me on my Instagram anytime. And must share, subscribe, like, and comment on the video. See you guys in next video. Take care.